Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome back to our channel once again. And it is my hope and prayer that the video is going to find you guys in good health. Personally, I am fine, as you can see. Kisumu is fantastic. And maybe you could also let me know where you are watching the video from. The county or the country, in case you are out of the republic. Ladies and gentlemen, Murara Kebaso was involved in some accident yesterday. And I think we should talk about it later in the day. At the same time, Oscar Sudi delivered some coded message to Rigathi Gachagua, and most Kenyans interpreted the coded message by Oscar Sudi to mean that Rigathi Gachagua will be impeached in 2 weeks' time. Again, that's something we should be talking about. But in this particular video, I want us to talk about Rigathi Gachagua's rally in Githurai, and particularly the speech by Cate Waruguru. For those who've been following Rigathi Gachagua's political activities of late, it's like Rigathi Gachagua has officially declared total war on William Samoei Arap Ruto. But the speech yesterday by Cate Waruguru shocked everybody because of the audacity, the boldness, and the courage in which she attacked William Ruto right in the presence of Rigathi Gachagua. And of course, Rigathi Gachagua is the one who set the pace.
Sisi ndio tulipatia William kura ile mingi zaidi. Yeye amekalia State House kwa sababu ya kura zetu. Iko ukweli ama uongo? Sisi naomba wale watu marafiki ya rais, musidharau sisi watu ya Mlima Kenya. Musituoneshe matapiko. Musituoneshe madharau. Sisi ndio tulimchagua William Ruto akakuwa rais wa Kenya. Ni sisi tulimchagua, sio sisi. Kama mmechoka na sisi, mkuja hapa Githurai mtuambie. Si ndio? Kama hamutaki sisi tena, mkuja hapa Githurai mtuambie. Mtuambie hamuna haja na sisi.
No, let us listen to Cate Waruguru, because that speech is going to form the basis of this analysis.
Itwa pressure. Wangapi wanasema Rigathi endelee? Wangapi wanasema Rigathi asinunue uoga? Wangapi wanasema William Ruto ndio shida ya taifa la Kenya? Wangapi wanasema William Ruto ndio shida? Wangapi wanasema tulikoniwa na Ruto? Wangapi wanasema Ruto must go? Githurai, Ruto must go! Ruto must go! Ruto must go! Ruto must go! Mwisho kabisa, wangapi wanasema William Ruto ni one-term president? Wacha tuone kwa mikono. Ati hiyo mtu alisema ati sisi ni watu ya kununuliwa na pesa. Wanaiba pesa ya corruption kwa serikali. Ndio ikifika siku ya uchaguzi, walete pesa hapa Githurai na walete pesa Mlima Kenya. Pesa tutagura. Lakini jamani, one-term president. As many as our similar opinions say.
Now that's Cate Waruguru. And I want to ask you this question. Who would have imagined that by now, Rigathi Gachagua would be hosting members of parliament and doing the exact things which William Ruto used to do to Uhuru Kenyatta? William Ruto would sit somewhere and watch as his allies attack Uhuru Kenyatta. Rigathi Gachagua was there, and of course, he was also attacking Ruto, but he was there as Cate Waruguru was destroying William Ruto. So the question is, what has changed? In this video, I want us to figure out why Cate Waruguru delivered that scathing attack on William Ruto and the political implication. But before we do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And with the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, allow me to dive in. But again, before I dive in, allow me to also take this opportunity to introduce you guys to LemFi. LemFi is a mobile money app for users in the UK, Canada, and the United States of America to send money back to Kenya. They offer the best exchange rates, and the money will be delivered instantly into your M-Pesa account, Airtel Money account, and of course, if you want, directly into your bank account. You can use the link in the pinned comment to download the app. Ladies and gentlemen, let us dive in. For those who've been following this channel, I've always maintained that the fallout between Rigathi and Ruto is going to be worse than the fallout we witnessed between Ruto and Uhuru Kenyatta. And the reason why that's going to happen is because Rigathi Gachagua was in the middle of all this. Rigathi Gachagua was present when William Ruto was scheming on how to deal with Uhuru Kenyatta. Now, he understands William Ruto's game plan very well. So the fallout is going to be ruthless because Rigathi Gachagua is also not Uhuru Kenyatta. But let us get back to this statement by Cate Waruguru. Number one, in my view, that statement by Cate Waruguru simply confirms that Rigathi Gachagua has now officially started anti-William Ruto campaigns in the mountain. That is the fact. Because what Waruguru did in that statement was to campaign William Ruto. And that's why I began by talking about the boldness, the audacity, and the courage. For the first time, they were coming out to publicly declare that William Ruto is the enemy of the country. For the first time, they were coming out to declare that William Ruto must go. For the first time, William Ruto became the problem. Tell me if that's not the campaigning William Ruto. So basically, what has happened is that Rigathi Gachagua's allies have concluded that there is nothing good which is going to come out of this marriage. Kufa Makanga, Kufa Dereva. So they have not taken that path. They are going to launch serious anti-William Ruto's campaign in the mountain. And the bad news for William Ruto is that even before Rigathi began this tour, William Ruto had become very unpopular. In the mountain, William Ruto would go, people would boycott his rallies. But we are seeing a different thing with Rigathi Gachagua's rallies. People are turning in large numbers. And you can tell from the faces that they are listening to the message which Rigathi Gachagua and his team are doing, are releasing to them. That's number one. Number two, Rigathi Gachagua and his team are also gauging the reaction of the mountain towards William Ruto. Because let's face it, William Ruto shocked the entire country when he outwitted Uhuru Kenyatta in the mountain. At the end of the day, Uhuru Kenyatta was really humiliated. No members of parliament, no governor, no senator. William Ruto swept everything. In Martha Karwa's own ward, the MCA was elected on UDA party, despite the fact that Martha Karwa was Raila Odinga's running mate in the last election. That's how far that humiliation went. To an extent that the local member of parliament for Uhuru Kenyatta, who was a sitting president, was elected on UDA party. So, Rigathi Gachagua had to gauge the ground. Because you might assume that the people are with you, but when you start attacking Ruto, then you see fire. But in this case, they were attacking Ruto and everybody was clapping. So which means moving forward, we are going to see a more bold Rigathi Gachagua, more bold allies of Rigathi Gachagua attacking William Ruto and dealing with William Ruto's allies in the mountain. So that's number two. Number three, I can also easily see something. That Rigathi Gachagua has now escalated his campaigns in the mountain. He's now moved to the next phase. We can literally say that he has now changed to a different gear as far as his politics in the mountain are concerned. I think for a long time, Rigathi Gachagua was trying to wait and see how things were going to move. But I can now see that he has now escalated it to the next phase. Rigathi Gachagua himself has told the people of the mountain that by December, the voters shall have decided. And I think he's working with that time frame, that by December, the people of the mountain should have decided whether to be with him or to be with Ruto. So there's also another thing which I keep on getting on this channel. Most people are telling me, Lee, they see a possibility of Rigathi Gachagua and Uhuru Kenyatta deciding to support Raila Odinga in 2022 as one of the surest ways of defeating William Ruto in 2027. I'm not so sure, but those talks are there. So the thing is, Rigathi has escalated. He has moved to the second phase of the campaign. Number 4, it's about the consolidation of the mountain. Sometimes I pity William Ruto's allies, Rigathi Gachagua. Maybe Kindiki might be safe. Number 4, I'm also convinced that Rigathi Gachagua is now consolidating the mountain. And the reason he's consolidating the mountain is because they committed a mistake in the last election. And that mistake, they will always live to regret. The mistake of going into the election minus a political party. You know, our politics, the politics of Kenya is tribal. First, then national at the end of the day. That's why it's normally very possible for a Kenyan to fight locally. But if there's one thing which is uniting them, they will always fight the enemy. Sometimes Kenyans put aside their differences to attack Ugandans. Yeah, but politically, our politics is more of tribal. So, Rigathi wants to consolidate the mountain. Once the mountain is consolidated, then now they'll be able to decide which political formation to join, which presidential candidate to support, which political party to rally around. And lastly, this is all about inciting the mountain against Ruto. So whether they'll be able to sustain it, whether William Ruto's allies will be able to counter, I still don't know. But as things stand today, Rigathi Gachagua is definitely going to carry the day in the mountain. Thank you guys. If you watched the video up to this stage, kindly know that I don't take it for granted. I value it so much. And from the bottom of my heart, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your support. Until next time, this is Lee Makwiny. Bye-bye.